Okay, so that's a question that a lot of people are coming to us with, and I think we've got our creative triangle. So at one point of our creative triangle, we've got the human experience that we're going to be talking about. The other point, we've got our architecture as a metaphor, and then the last point is that we're wanting to disrupt cultural assumptions. And I think there's no wrong way of diving into any part of this triangle. There are various access points. So for me, the way I would access this assignment as a student is I would start to look at the architecture in my surroundings and just get my phone out when I see a construction or a design that resonates with me. I'd do some Google searches looking at different buildings, and then from there I'd look at the kind of human experiences that I thought were represented in those pieces of architecture. What about you, Connie?
I think I would probably start with actually using my human experience as my starting point, my concept that I've taken from my self-selected text. And so I'm ready to start with that and see what I could do narrative-wise or montage-wise, and then see how I can disrupt cultural assumptions or choose specific landscapes as a result of that.
I would approach it from the point of view of purpose. So I would want to have a purpose. I would have some cultural assumption that I want to alter, change, or disrupt. And I'd go from there.
So three sides of the triangle, 3 different entry points.
Do I need a building in my film? The short answer is yes, you need some architecture. Is that just going to be a building? Or am I going to start to unpack and interpret what architecture is? For example, consider what architects do and the kinds of, not just buildings, but the spaces they create. 2 good examples, the first good example might be something like a window. An architect creates a space or a building within which they design a window where it is and where it looks out onto and those types of things. And that aspect of architecture could easily be used as a metaphor. The other common example might be something like a staircase. Stairwell going up, stairwell going down, light and dark, character moving up, character moving down. But that's a space that an architect has designed and built. And so an aspect of architecture needs to be in this video in some form, yes.
I think my video would probably really utilize editing, sound, and visuals. I think those are the 3 elements of filmmaking. And if you think about the TikTok videos or the ads that really inspire you, it's always those 3 elements at play together.
I think a good video, it's only 1 minute, but it needs contrast. It needs light and dark, big and small, close and distant, wide shots and focused shots. Think about contrast in your video.
So you might be at the point where you have your human experience and you have your piece of architecture, but you're not sure how to fill in the gaps to make that 1 minute video. And I think a really good way to get some inspiration for that is to visit your space and to go into your space and look at all the nooks and crannies in your space. For example, if you used a building, you might look at the different architectural elements of that building. There might be elevators, there might be stairwells, there might be balconies, and using all those elements to kind of create your metaphor.